I want to go back in the parliament quick. Me, KKY, me, Honorable Dr. Kandeh Kolleh Yumkella, I don't move a motion in the parliament for summon the Ministry of Finance, the bank governor, and other stakeholders them, we get the mandate for manage the country in economy, for can explain to this honorable house, no, to parliament, the measures the way they don't put in place for mitigate the external shock where they face the country in economy. Right again back, what he say? Honorable KKY want make me, you know, say. In no move a motion where they ask parliament. For make do ya, the Ministry of Finance, the bank governor, only one they will get the charge, we get for play to economy in the country. Make them summon the kind of parliament, bah. Make them can tell you what thing they go on with salon economy. It go tweet and for we. Yeah? Then begin to go, where shade pa KKY yanda? C'est beau, bra. You feel we? Okay. But seriously though, how the economy they go? How the foreign exchange they now? You don't send somebody for go take money? Let them go gam 1 Leone and 2 Leone. Win a 1,000 and 2,000. Where the 20 leons not they so much. And the bank governor tell we say this money now because they go change money, we they work out to boku money. But you go print 1 Leone, it's like you printed 1,000 and 2,000. What's in the difference, famulem? I keep they ask this question anytime this money issue come up. I like you pull the zeros. The 1 Leone, 2 Leone, 5 Leone, 10 Leone. Now the same thing we end up pa. And now if it was because waiting new, the money just they go up. But that time they tell we say it go reduce the load. How? No, seriously, how? May I not have to ask this question though. If you remember Naya, say from the first day with the bank governor announcer, I done the questioner 30 days. We send person for go take money. I tell so, bra. Now 1 Leone and 2 Leone and give me. So I be the count. So the bank governor, he not talk to. Well, you will not play with the new money yet. November, December, you get for this salon. You go change $100. You go see where they boku back na yuan. Still, he make example so not be able to put on a wallet. You able to put 1 Leone a wallet when I like the 1,000. What's the difference? Nothing. Now I made that 10 day. I be they say 50 Leone and 100 Leones notes. 50 Leones and 100 Leones notes. Les crétins, they say black market day 1820. 18 paper, the 100. Then they fit inside. We change one. You know, say the bulk one in your pocket. Wait, change 100 leons. Now you go to use. When I like 100,000. Eh? But wait too. The bank governor first say he need to listen to nobody. He need to listen to person. So even if he go parliament, until the parliament he go mistake talk about that 68 million, where he say the parliamentarian can say, hey, you don't talk bad. Then go use them against you. Well, who they wait? Who they wait? Let we see what's in an explanation whenever he go na parliament. What's in Leone say bubai? And the new money they talk o. Now kawit kalo na then now Leone say they talk about so now 100,000 leons. You know what they buy? Left no Mohammed ba. And they talk about new money. And they talk about old money. I talk about one paper, 100 leons, one paper, when a 100,000 leons. But also come on and they will end up back. It's just like we go print 1,000 and 2,000. So you make a worse safe now. Because it is getting a 5,000 and 10,000. Now you go put 1,000 and 2,000 for the same thing. So we are waiting. But not so that no more KKY do. We don't do and done. The Speaker of Parliament been put the motion for consideration to the members then. And they all be agree. Say, if for Kandeh. If for Kandeh Parliament like I explain. Ministry of Finance, they all let them can talk. Alhaj, you confuse what's in the confusion. Judge Kamara said Tripoli, in the bank governor your own defense, easy for count in ones and tens than the thousands and millions for the one them way less illiterate. Okay. Bra Mohammed, I need to buy something. No say need buy nothing. Bra left. You know don't do. KKY say, in don't formally submit the notice of motion for make them summon the ministers and also the chairman of NEC. Well, you don't see, we not get NEC again, no KKY. Now, Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone now get now. He say make them answer question about the PR system. For make them can answer question. Mohamed Kolleh, and the ministers that were responsible for can answer to Parliament the question the way Parliament go get about the PR system. Mohamed Kolleh say Tripoli don't forget where they coin them. Papa, bank governor say they listen to person. So me, I don't have to ask for them coin them. So until we go parliament, then go ask them. If we are in we go campaign for let the parliamentarian they ask them. For let the ask them we go parliament say, Papa bank governor sir. But there what's going? But them parliamentarian they ask safe right now. I doubt if then they ask the right question there. I say I doubt to, I not say they know they ask him. Uh-huh. I say I doubt if then they ask the right question them. Since then they able for let President Bill watch their own budget. So it's like when you see they approve connectivity, they not ask for 34 million, they not ask for light and computer, but then just run with them. Okay. Now Saturday. So okay no na ya. You don't turn go reach just now. But wait quick, make a call the panelists them. Welcome on board Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, Triple A, thanks for having me. Thank God today again, a Saturday, everything go. For say good morning, good evening to all we listeners all over the world. I think me no want for take much on the line. I'll get about 2 major points for talk on. And the first one, a parliamentary approval of a 5 million project for improved e-learning, internet learning as Sierra Leone. And the question we will ask, or will you ask, say, then when I think na Abdul Kabo raise them up, the $34 million projects don't fail already, and then yet still they don't approve another one. I think this will draw your attention back to some of the things that we can say on this platform. You know, Triple A, I don't say this and I will say them once more on any time I get opportunity. Government or for become a politician, there is no specific qualification saying that this now you forget before you become a politician. Anybody can be a politician. Anybody. So what thing they happen when we leave these people to rule and make decision on and for we behalf, there is not always where then they get them right. Yeah. So you look at a whole $34 million project failed, and no parliamentarian no raise them up for make them say, you know what? Then get a whole budget oversight role where then they play, or oversight role where then they play, not only budget, where then they play for oversee project them or government implemented things them. The one for tell me say none of them able for to take their attention on this $34 million project we fail. None able for members say even before they approve that $34 million project, then for don't do a survey, then for don't get a first stand information. Yeah, the feasibility for don't able for show say yes, schools they not get light, schools they not get security. You go put internet facility now some school native and the not talking of if I don't begin first from the wash facilities, almost school gets a decent toilet facilities, water. They not see all the one and they for look first of all before they approve $34 million project. Outside don't go. I can challenge anybody if they do a thorough research. Most of that money they now on a brown envelope before they approve, before they get anybody for make it implement that project. The least money they go use it go they reach the 34 million. Because for any office or anybody where they sign for that project, they must get a own. Say the money where the person go use for implementation and more small money. So Parliament approve 10 kind of money, then they're not able to get a substantial report on waiting happen with that 34 million. Then they approve another 5 million again. Interesting. You know, that make us I can tell we say politicians not to then get the solution for develop a country. Now we say get the solution. Now we for come up with ideas and put them at the table, put the ideas and then at the table say, look, this is how we want our nations to move. But apart from that, they will continue for fail we. I just the time when you talk about the debt, just I Google Sierra Leone debt. We debt they don't increase dramatically. We just the approve loan and what they call. See this one. We just the approve people picking away no money to they put debt now they eight now. We know they think of even in fact then get a whole civil society group where they beg for let they reduce the debt they now we eat, but yet still the parliament of all they approve more debt. That's to tell you these people they not get solution for we country. If only we continue for left Sierra Leone now the politician their hand, we not go ever get solution for make Sierra Leone move forward. It's better we all put we hands together for ensure say we move that country they go before. But apart from that, well, now the worst then they can go into when now this PR system where ECSL law approved, that would be the worst because we the ordinary members not get any right for a point of for children that they can represent to again. Now we consider now we own area. Now the political party then they do them. So what's it can happen? We don't it's like ECSL don't support the government for me then take the small right to get follow and pick somebody where they go represent to. So at the end of the day, they can just put anybody now they represent we. Anybody can represent we. So where are we going from the frying pan to the fire? From the frying pan to the fire. You know, don't look what they say. What do parliamentarians they do? How do they all them people are accountable? Instead, they will take a whole week for debate and PR system and waiting and call. But the very things the way they affect people, they're not they take them for debate. You know, tell me, say $34 million. You guys didn't go out there in the schools to see evidence. You know, able for waiting wrong now we country. Waiting wrong now we country. This $5 million again, give before the election they reach the money done. You will never see tangible proof of that money. Day. We will do project that they tell you about the worth of money. Not to for just call the money, not to for just write good English. Is the money what's waiting with the report what they give? No, it's too sad. The other point I want for talk contribute now the ECSL they slower than they power, they slow pace than they take. Now the number no waiting and they do right now. Now the number no. For when they say the motor car where they come up bonds with the data and the external drive then get accident, get broke down or whatever. 30 they not reach. What are they doing with this registration business where go on? Why they not don't come out and give waiting and call? The first phase before the maga before 2 days after the first phase they don't give we 80% result. Why now? Is it because this registration where people and come out better one? So at the end of the day, it don't match with the census or something they play on the way and I make the no one for come out publicly like that. What are they waiting for? ECSL waiting on they wait for make una able for give we report today about the registration. Now this make me say from that first phase what they may do as a project sponsor like we when they do when they give a number of figures you they dissect them you they give them you know let the layman able for understand. Now make me ask that and then for them able for tell we almost first time voters then vote almost man then vote almost first time voters register almost man register almost woman register by region. So it's very transparent and very clear. That's how you do project reporting. So at the end of the layman self when they read you report, they see clarity. But 30 they will not get an out then tell we say then it's right for clean the data. So for double registering and all these things. But the first result where they give they not make and consider say double registering the way they say they give 80% result. I really don't know what's wrong with Sierra Leone. Are these leaders, our leaders, honest to this nation? Or it's only for their pockets and their party? Only for their pockets, their family, and their party, that's all. The layman will continue for suffer. 61 years down the line today, now politicians, they fail this nation. Anyway, I rest my case. Thank you. Let God continue for bless world as we go inside the new week. I want to say happy Sunday to everyone. And let God make this new week go able for we get good news. Thank you very seriously.
Thank you very much, Alpha. Welcome on board when you get the platform. Say summary for the week.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kolleh, for giving the platform, for giving me a summary for the week. Regarding the events that will happen for the week, I believe say quite a lot. But the one way sensitive more, you call them now the security sector and the relationship with international relationship or bilateral relationship between we and Guinea, and take count to the economy now where you end up with and so. And you talk about debt issues and loan will and the go take. But I believe say most of them things they are the way we approach them. Where like you say, you dey try for take reasonable steps. Anything where you want to do, you dey take reasonable steps to avoid wrong twist. So you know, we twist and get crooked path and outcome. You look at from the loan, previous loan. You look at from other approach the way they take, even when you do bilateral relationship back, all that thing and they you get for do then what they call due diligence, you get that approach. But you also try for review, where you try for review anything which you don't happen before and then they look before you make an approach. Because when you get a realistic approach, you check what thing don't happen, and then they put that so-called reasonable step where they put and straight away they able to decide now for go before. But the other sector of the security force, I will approach this way, say, directly so relates with this topic of the due diligence, but it just become of an awareness area where leaders will become aware. But when you talk of the man, the travel, when we neighbor, the president or the head of state, because the president, head of state, the head of state within a Guinea, the travel come by road and issues we don't happen before they win a coup d'etat in September somewhere they overthrow and then he come in power. But you look at in timeline and in profile, you know say somebody who been brought up by the former Guinean president Alpha Conde and we get close relationship. And then we rely on them up to last minute. He had send and go Russia, do other things. And he said he has a relationship with Russia because they're Russia based. But you see, say, at some point, he changed totally and get the man out of power and actually don't push him out for go, say he send him for go now. So this is somebody will get this character of unpredictable character, where somebody close to him, he go say, I will change partner. But for a reason, we will always get a reason where it makes. So now for that, when you do all those cards in politics, you get for avoid forget a gift without the person the gets in at this reason I get for behave because of this reason. You avoid a gift. When you avoid a gift, even a gift to people, and the gift is that if you get an opponent, you know they get a chance for like to see when I yard hold you and I go argue. So you always dey cover your case and maybe introduce that due diligence where you go say I look for that path to go. Anything I do so that tomorrow person not go hold now or now they not dey pay the soldier man then because that been bring up this with them say well now because of salary they not pay them any allowances. So because of now push come. So they allow the person if you don't get problem will not be reliable, you go see like can't through this door. She always look at that, look at points the way you bring, you review from past. But when that man not get that unpredicted thing, we see in your profile say now you don't look bloody somehow because you not kill the man or do, but you look unpredicted. So with that type of character, they see how that person the rule and govern and they move. You go see an unpredicted movement, even they take. Anything what they do, it is secure and for that, you go able to secure your own agenda. And then if they see back again, we say we own leaders, somehow some of them they may get some similar characters, where some of them be actually look unpredicted. They don't change from different point to other. Some of them in the military, some of them in council, some of them take over the power, some of them do parley school, some all those things. You see, unpredicted thing, but some they come in the form say, well, I'm not going to do this again. Now, so will they go this route here in this direction. But you always see the character of leaders. Sometimes because of the unpredicted sequence and the timeline where things and the change. Not after 100 years or way not possible. Here I say somebody don't cancel another character. But when they show that character, they still see. Because you see again at the West Coast, so you see power they come, then you see that person change something. Well, I use a law for I will pull you. I accept this winning, but you I will pull this on law. Now unpredicted say well, you know before don't count power, I push them people there out. So you see the sequence on unpredicted behavior. Now that one want me the question between the relationship with the Guinean president and William president, they unpredicted a timeline of the behavior. We don't know this next phase of the prediction of their own behavior. It will be that thing when something with genuine with them, help the people them, make them get it right, make them live the way and just everything go at a democratic stage. Wherein people and when they say this now this, you look at the constitution, you interpret it a different way. The point of just allowing things to flow the way they for flow. So at that phase, and they will not even know, say, you will not even know if that many prediction. But when you see again the way income is, the point where this point here now is that how about the security will be so high? Because when naturally you dey work out with a motorcade, now a simple formation where you go always get you one where they go for the route, you get the sweepers, and when you go ahead for clear the way, you get the lead car who can buffer now between the president, van, and special security, you can get medical personnel. But again, when you see a motorcade involve anti-aircraft, you see then directly the guns are pointed to the passerbys, who are the onlookers, and then you see them, they move, then they go, because we see how they enter actually. Not they were shooting, not they were getting contact, but you go say, we are the more defensive or offensive motorcade. Now the question I don't you go ask, say, well, looking at the state again of the unpredicted character of the leader, and looking at the history where some things and really come here and here, and the allegation they go say na this, then you can get that younger issue. You get people when they say, well, then get people when they ready for keeping us alone for go do this. So you can't tell exactly now on whose point where you base in your security where it can so. And then you get again people and they comment say so their own point of view say that because of him be done take over, so the secure impact for let it come, they not go take they not go pull am. But again, it depends on the intelligence what he gets. Now in the act on based on a military way. But because of the heavy armory, the way they move, now people are concerned more about, say, if it been look conducive in terms of the approach, we income, for let it go with few time we can spend and go. But I only hope say no more, then go get an approach, wouldn't they do for say now for something, we now for the real bilateral thing, cultural and social and business, and other things the way they go on, because then you actually no say yes, the economy they go because of them bauxite and other iron ore stuff where they get it and they get higher state. I mean revenue. But the point here is the unpredicted behavior. We I mean concern no more. We the two leaders them they see the timeline of events. Who not know the unpredicted behavior we can come after every thing. So now that one, won't be concerned. Not going to go too much into that one, but the way the military enter is far beyond the normal motorcade. It is more they come of a kind of a defensive at some point, and then he retaliates you. So they're more like a slight retaliating you, this reason you would happen that the mob won't do anything, then we push. But all those we hope say it will be something where the African Union will look into them things there. And then the ECOWAS is trying to give them a timeline for let them go get an agenda, for let them go back to democratic rule. We don't see few people and on the Kandeh and go. But only hope see the ECOWAS will be a functioning body we go able for do. They don't put laws back of few laws say, for the rule again at a certain time, therefore try and go and agree them. But remember the military get for incorporate them, get for involve them, and how that we involve them, and how we involve them because of the laws they're not for be members. So how we go reach this when some areas in they're not managed, we not try get a peaceful western region. Then when I try implement this agenda 26, so when I want to try bring back, we will extend up to the African Union because many helps the Kandeh with African developments in the Kandeh. But if one part they get one confusion, it will become very difficult. The other point where I want to point here about just a bit the security in terms of the risk disaster. I will not be able to mention something about the mining sector. Again, we don't get for look to the risk behind it because something with the crop up now with one of the West Coast regarding the mercury where they can use within the mine gold. Because they can use the mercury for separate the ore from the gold. And then go ahead and the spill on the water and the environment. But they find out the cost problem by even the vegetation and the people their health. So then therefore they look into them things they have to see the people who live at the area and once in a while and they get medical checkup. It's not go easy, but let them just they put strategy in place. It's only when they get them mine is how they day. So these are all part of the contract, and therefore they're able for sure what's not the health hazards of them things there because they almost get or the deficit to natural and water, it go cost poto because you will see even deaths of people and recently in Lushan when on Thursday, 3 people and go die inside the poto. when because of running away, the incident is actually a broad incident. We're not going to bring calm. We bring about a fracas between the miners and the strong people and they. But the point we then go for on a point when I Poto and recently back and they get problem of swamp. Rice will not grow. So that things that they go for the look they will see and a bond trade back the sewage. So all that they go for the look how then things that go affect. Now Bomeanda people know they live there for try. If they may the land where if they don't plan for let them try arrange them because there was a dispute to know between he and the vice. Because the vice recently, which would they see recently I see and one of the meeting would get with Tina NRA or something NASIT. They may get one with NASIT we put directly on NASIT say una for the try they do here, buy machine, invest on this. But I believe since I get a project where you want right for the house and build houses in the outskirts of the city, and the mayor will get a same program. But the point why they say is let them try look into anything, the agreement where go develop the people if now the building will try arrange. If now one project you will join together, but the two projects they all know the work now, then they delay for give the land to the mayor, then they delay for give the grants to the VP. The VP position have I voice out that to the Nazi about the housing. But the point here I drive was is how people will approach for dealing with risk and other things in our society. Now corporation get for the daily. When they look into the things there they cause the health hazards them because like now Ghana now then that cocoa business and calling Galamsey. They right now they try for pulling because they find out that mercury they cause problem. Presently on that place they wouldn't mine gold back. The same artisanal way wouldn't do in a salon. So, but the point here is when they try for the look to how risk and areas and we broad-based and risk and data when I get previous things they want to look into before when I bring new one them and how fast. In the same way back, if you look at the approach what they do with this one when the so-called loan where they don't go take so 5 million. For this so-called DST, but not to DST directly, because they want to give the contract to AFCOM. But AFCOM, remember, they don't need any 34 million we they talk about. Think broad draw between Salcab and Zudlab. We have seen 500 schools. Well, now they want to increase them. The mathematics behind it is the 34 million for the 500, and there's 5 million going for the bigger size of schools. So the question I say, well, it was there a deficit to me for the less. Because if when I make an assessment, when I go make what they call a due-based function, because that due-based and what the thing the function in price, when I check, when I do other things, that price of the thing, now when I don't give it, I so it value, and for I go make this loan for let it go come. But why about the other one when I be 34? If you put lay 5 or 6 or 7, in fact, you know, will still work out the mathematics. And by then, inflation will be there, and now there is inflation of certain things. So you go ask me why they not go review, because they point out, say, why we not go review this? Then the argument will take a long time, an hour. If we review this, then we're able to call the people to attention. Why DST? Because it was DST who were given this project for them to do, and Directorate of Science and Technology, but we don't know how far this outcome is reach for the effect. In other words, the purpose we put on for. They build the connectivity, you will install the instrument there, you might put small fiber line, but while it will connect that local area network now if it did. But we don't know if the local area network money where they don't put a side back because they don't put a bid for let people and go install them. But I don't know if the installment it will cover this program where they do again. But I just don't understand some of the loans then the director for something, it brings me now to transparency of loans. And when you don't get transparency of loans and budget, it's very difficult because forget the balance sheet where the governor what are the monetary policy? Then you get the balance sheet of the government. How do they do the government disposal of fiscal policy? Then you go see the line with that balance sheet, then you get the taxation. You therefore know how that taxation they affect the market. How the taxation they affect the sales. And then you look at what you borrow. And when you borrow, you can always say, okay, now they go take what I expect for Kandeh. You know, put a plan for expecting the economy will grow from waiting at the go borrow, and then find that when you cap on that recovery now for that economy, that is the problem the day where they get that deficit. Because you know they get what you expect in the outcome they come. And you now as the government, if you know they manage what you dispose and get vigilance for say they go check what's in and what's in, then they go do oversight committee, but if not the oversight committee now be the argue in the parliament regarding this debt, say, well, you want to talk about the debt, say, you're not transparent, well, you don't you the work for it, you go check. Why you not been go check? So it comes to blaming the people the attitude where they not for work fine, it's the money or misuse them or procure wrong, and they get the one them when they do the oversight. So you question how the line between now instead they get your own cake so that the thing just carry on, or now be snoozing the clock. Where the clock for say, well, try go, wait for that snooze and back. Say the delay now, so the man they do the project done. He come, he tell me I say I don't done. Then you know you go check the finishing. The money I don't go some side, and the other money now we go see even I try for recover, you can't even get the bulk of the money because the man might have bought assets and other things. So, but it all comes down to waiting them just for become effective. Let them try a realistic approach. When they become realistic, you be aware for look from past things. And when they become realistic, you go able to take all reasonable steps where you go avoid any wrong thing will affect the economy. And tomorrow, if we call that bank governor now, what you me go expect and for body now for what point finger upon they say una get fiscal indiscipline. Now una be can't take una go. I don't tell you now una get discipline. When me say I dey do what I dey do. That is the secret behind this thing where they go between the governor and the bank. I mean, and the government. And when that relationship be not there, for you see the familiarity within two way. The familiarity say, I know what I do. When I call me because I'm competent of what I do, and I know how far relationship they go. They see how they can. Because even people themselves, now for that, even a profession, they say, not take gifts all the time in certain jobs. You know, for take gifts, certain job because the person will discredit you because you go use that one, they now say they weaken your power because now in a familiarity, they bring that contempt. So you avoid that one. So if in other way they see the government, they come, the finance, the way they say indiscipline, whatever in look at say they happen, they go say, I know now they do that, they can't take money, and I know what you know they care for. But let government try to do a disciplined approach so that we will able to get nation who will get money, who will bring calm, and then it will able to bring growth. If we bring, they bring growth, I am wondering where are we going? Will they expect for we get an economy who will perform? And I don't want the people in want. Thank you very much for giving me the platform. Let God help. We lead us and get this approach. We will always make them become selfless. Then they look to themselves, but then they look to helping others who themselves go benefit. Thank you very much. Let God help the nation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah.
We want to say thanks to Alpha and also Usfriend for their own submission today. Well, you don't tell the rich. Waiting past now, you ready? You get the opportunity now. For make we hear from you. Saturday. And I want to here. Now we make a sharp. Go straight to the point. And I in that. But if you feel so don't do well, in the next 5 minutes, we go to round up. Yes, caller, your name and who side the call from, please?
Because I see I call from US.
All right, sir. What you get?
Yes, super. Thank you. The thing that I get so much, to the extent I'm not able to offload them all, or talk them all, or blow my mind. Like, anyway, in no direction. Only God knows Saturday. Heading for now, they don't deviate themselves from the manifesto. These people are able to protect you again. Because that bring them water issue. Now it don't cause insecurity, so we and them. People are able to secure we, for God's sake. Why are you not shame? New direction. Look Guinea. How the economy, the prices, them, how we deal. These jobs are government to them get so. How you able to manage the economy, things are also bad like we other now say. So all land, I don't cause that chaos on that country. So the way a man how they handle the economy, reckless spending, mismanagement, you know, so mispriorities, you know, sad. We if we the bread and butter issue not address, the new direction, but they don't say no more. Then go to call people and tell us no more. That's all the time. They're going to say. You can imagine. The guy take oath for serve and protect the people. And because even that BBC man, when the interview President Bill, he say that for the economy bad, I mean, this crisis how they go also. What you go do for protect people? You say how things they go, so you no go protect nobody. So what that tells you. So all these things when they go and do so about this proportional representative, half for broke the election back, half for thief the election back. Now we in the try to secure them power back. But it's like they made a plan for put things in place for service institution or fix the economy back. Put with this, And an angry man is an angry man. So I idolize the work. It's a double workshop. So you can imagine. Anyhow, we make any kind of security, any kind of intimidation way you make. But I'm not any problem, that yes. It's gonna be, it's gonna be something. Something gonna happen at anytime. Anytime. Anything can happen. It's crazy. And people are make sure make them focus on the manifesto. And the main thing that they will make people and vote for them. The dance they say too long go shida and Baku. And number one security and the threats and the whole world they for know about. What are we about? People they try to address down the security, food security, economic problem. Or the new direction. It's like the PC they able to take for the all distraction they are proportional or distract people attention. But that's not the main problem that really cause insecurity in that country today. And if that problem is not addressed, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You guys have a blessed weekend.
Well, it look like say we regulars for Saturday. And I know they are see fatty. Fatty say £100 now. Na 19,643 old Leones to £1. So you almost they go now 20,000 for £1. Well, the dollar back DBN. This the way they send you. Imagine if it is salon for change pounds. How much it go cost somebody? If it is salon you want change pounds, how much it go cost it? It go down pass now. If this you they send a pass a get this kind number, obviously go down pass. And that is you. I was talking to somebody the other day. So the person they say, oh, right now, it's fine. When they send money in the salon, they get boku. I was like, no. Maybe for you. Okay, Ezekiel, we'll give you a pass, sir. We'll give you a pass today. Maybe for you, when you get projects where they go on a salon, it's fine for you. But to the person where they send to a salon, it's not fine. The money still not mean anything. Seriously. But for person we get project that is going on in Sierra Leone, that pinch is a left mark. It a left mark. Something what you use for buy 10,000, 20,000. Right now, almost 100%. Yeah? Now you dey buy am now. So what you be do use for buy am? So it dey make the money self no, you no feel nothing. Okay, take cement for example. How much that be cement? How much for cement now? Ask the one that we did pan building project. How much for iron sheet, the roof, the pan? How much for an trade? How much for an now? Eh? $100 before. How much bag cement you get per $100? Beaucoup. How much bag cement you get per $100 now? Eh? How much? So you don't see the difference, eh? Exactly. 140,000 and so myself buy. Alpha say 135, 140. That's not so I buy 140,000. And who they buy? They get for pay transport. Transport now go charge you how much? At the end of the day, you spend a lot of money for little or nothing. Because the transportation and the bag and the price they pay for cement and the pan them, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Now I talk to somebody the other day, I say, man, if you every day is now for building a salon if you want to build something. Now na the time. Now na the time. If you want build, if you know say you get plan for build, now na the time. Because I don't see I'm getting better anytime soon. You think say cement go ever can 70,000 leons again? You think say the dollar, it go count down back to even that 1,000 where it been there? People they therefore say 1,000, 10,000. The 10,000 where it been there? Mr. Goodrich, don't so get farm. We have a bill side for lay aid in the farm. And the pambody at the farm now they try for put it together. And then it's not funny. It's not funny. So I don't know, man. We don't consider how much you pay. Though you pay the transport. The way you look now, you ask a few years ago, this is what I don't see dollar. I don't see it. Wakana 1 million for $100. Just no. I want to see that. But Guinea, now they only maintain so 30 days. We just go up and free flow. They try. When we go begin provide for ourselves, that will reduce the importation. When? We all think we import. The forex na high value na the country. Well, in TKK, I don't say in the move the motion, Parliament do agree. Let's see when Parliament go call bank governor. At the end of the day, what tiki commodity safe? Not to the first day they call bank governor. When they go back na knock then they go knock table. Seriously. The last time the bank governor go there, not to party in the back then gear. Then gear say, Pa, you've been doing well. You've been doing well. I know say Salon Parliament, they know them function. I know. But to themselves, they think say then they help the country. Salon Parliament. Within themselves, they think say they help Salon to. Huh? Go there for ya. We give Ezekiel pass today. Ezekiel say in truth, so we don't know. We don't know. But only they go to they come with the chairman. The chairman himself. Lawyer, you waiting he gets for me. Fatty they remind me say not forget so the bank governor be say make we pray for make the Ukraine war over. Let us say everything don't go back now Salon to the 1800s. And not sabi anything but technology. Anything, Okay. The chairman, all the way
Yes,
from
boss.
Edmonton in Canada. You get the platform, sir.
Simply, you get for stop that provoke with the provoke me say, me heart don't pull, me heart no pull. Now the game, now so football turn.
Oh, you had
No
sweet.
condition is permanent.
So
No
you had
condition is
sweet.
permanent. In sports, you go for the up, you go for the down. Now so we now the well later now. That is the sweetness of sports. Today you win. When you lose, you congratulate the winners. Then you accept defeat. In you know that you accept defeat with honor, with pride, because tomorrow it will be your day. Now the difference between sports and politics. When them beat we today, we congratulate you, and the way beat we, you tap them at the back, you accept defeat. You know, so now so they take up sports where politicians are not agree. So today again, we begin with home. Just for no say, I'll just not be want to watch the game today because I got me family stuff with what they think of. Then I go talk and so tell later today, tomorrow. I go announce something that happen at the family, the whole full family. Sweet, sweet, and sweet by the grace of God. So the U20 national football team, when I all know say them in play against the Zambian counterparts last week. Now the SKDS complex na Painesville outside Monrovia. Now place where I don't go cover game most them. So we do the mistake. They don't lead. They allow the visitors them from Zambia, Chipopolo, we can call them. They equalize. Maybe don't know say from that point today it's a done deal for the Zambians. That's all they wanted. Then play for draw. Then get and then today, na Zambia, inside Zambia, the host international stadium na Zambia, them beat we U23 team, Leone Stars U23, just by a single goal. That's all they wanted. So as such, the U23 team don't come out. We don't come out from the total energies qualifiers winner for the Olympics in France 2024 or 2023 next year. So again, we got to go back to the drawing board. Well, coach Amidou Karim, when himself not been former Leone Stars player, he tried best. Mohamed Kalon been good for going play for giving him pep talks, but it didn't work. That have been Liberia. I don't know how much one delegation go na Zambia. But the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, we don't lose. Leone Stars for begin their own preparation for the Nations Cup, maybe I think say in January. But again, the sports authorities them, I don't know. We got to go back to the drawing board. Still on Saloon?
Well, our only and are quick because the game
Yes.
they not show on today.
They're not sure.
Yes, I want feel saying a right issue. Na right issue. I want feel to say the right to show
Yes.
because waiting do. I think the start times be they show the game because I think they have a channel in Zambia through Tanzania.
Yes.
So I feel
Yes.
saying that then stop we not for show the game because the one at Liberia since now we host so we show them because at through Slapper we all able for stream, restream and then we do everything. But I feel say we then go na Zambia because Slapper pull a press release say unfortunately they're not able for show them unless if poor people able for get on a start times and the start times have not to the Leone where we get, but I don't know if people were able to watch on Salon, but I doubt it because now the Tanzania I own.
It wasn't shown. It wasn't shown. Okay, people, let me tell you something. The time we have been there, na station, we have been the head sports, the SLBS, we get what we call, just as you say, na rights business. The Salon Football Association for don't own up for pay, even some for TV station there. SLBC, them for don't call for them. Not two you get for pay for.
Exactly, of course.
Not two you get for pay for SLBC, AYV or that. You they pay for them till so then they can be through the football association. So not two just to get free. The one inside Liberia, we were lucky way now we host. So I mean Liberia and neighboring countries. So then just give the benefit. But most of the time, when you go for them games and they out, they pay like World Cup so. All the people who they stream and they don't pay way ahead of the World Cup for the calendar. They come to that soon. You don't pay way ahead. You know, just go get them free because that's sponsorship. This is a CAF competition. So these guys go with their sponsors. Even some of who they print self now they can frown at that way they use them with them because everything has to go through them, you know. So that's the bottom line. SLF them get them the last time because they use the idea. So but next time, like where the nation like where the nations, the AFCON, they can begin the rest of the qualifiers. SLFA, they don't do the rightful work to SLBC order. But since then, they get their own reporter, now their own commentator, then that's okay. We're going to live by the grace of God and whatnot. So if they meet you explanation, your answer, I salute you for that. That's a good one.
Yeah, can you?
Me no bother because the next thing I don't do. Me not be expect with him for going na Zambia. No. Okay. So still on the SLFA, at the pinpoint again and sports ministry, we get credible reports. The same thing they talk of when they need the sponsor other disciplines there. When they need the sponsor other disciplines there, only football. I can tell you the delegation don't go so Zambia not too small, not easy for go. I don't go event. I don't go to Kenya. What been the tongue? For go when I'm one go annuity cost the NOC cost them but money but then be Olympic committee will be go so it's less than the whole delegation for fly go so now good money don't go almost one delegation they not announce they not tell you they just said 26 players and then including the coach Amidu Karimeni that's it. But now the Sierra Leone Handball Association, the Handball Federations Association, they self-complain. Then go Guinea. Then go play a competition at Guinea. So now 17 competition where they get Guinea, the host, and get Mali, they get Cape Verde, Guinea-Bissau, Senegal, the Gambia, of course Sierra Leone. Now the normal before then they go there now they meet all the other teams they don't do it because they struggle for get money from the government again from the sports ministry and the NSA. But these are the people where they call press conference. They go back. They go what they call. They go give the press the media hard time out. They need to get them facts. But when they spend and if I were to them do late, they don't go call commission of inquiry. ACC now they don't care the cricket association. Let them explain how they spend the money where they get. Money where they not give the guy them. And because some of the Francis Samoa can't expose them, can't talk about how government or the NOC, NSA and sports ministry not support cricket for 4 years, so they vex. So now they Butubi and the if you see the committee then said 4 people from NSA and then 2 people from the sports ministry. So if now 8-man committee, you don't get 4 from NSA, then 2 from the sports ministry. What do you expect? Then you get 2 no more from the cricket association. So you don't know say Nabasness down there completely because Taboboka exposed them. Now they're not investigate themselves for all the money they don't spend per the stars when the match, when they go to their girlfriend and then sweater and go all over. They not talk that too. And almost man delegation. Okay, then come then the car. Now Luna Piquet then go win them beat Mali. The handball team na Guinea. They beat Mali by 38 points to 31. With all them strain, just so could them beach volleyball picking themselves and go win. Na Gambia. You know see, all the other team here where the government or where the sports ministry, then they do well. For win games have the cricket to ball and try and go win bronze. The other one then go win gold and bronze. But then we not hear that. Before that they put everything on football. I know they're against football, well like football. You know, but then we'll not go stop for talking at this program. Say the sports ministry they need in the NSA, then change the situation. It's not good. Not the way for happen. We not go continue. We not stop for talker. Well, la round up and salon before I go a little bit international. Una know say we get that man we sick. Musa Tumbu is sick. We don't know anything at the development triple. I don't know if you get anything, but we get for no say because then at the football forum, one of the first Salon international footballer, international, we go play international football. When I John Dumbuya, I cover John Dumbuya in the Tongue beginning formative years. Play for Blackpool, I did play for Edwards, play for Blackpool before Leone started go international. John Dumbuya, as a human being, he take Musa Tumboleki, a small border. John Dumbuya put a whooping sum of $1,000. Then he give one in host them because he got several houses. He give one in host them. He say now for that host they go be as a facility for help in any kind of way for help Musa Tumbo for go to where they go to. So I mean that kind of gesture they will in Tripoli. Man we don't play football, you don't tell them don't. But remember say I get a small brother who they struggle. So he put $1,000, not a small money now in a salon Tripoli. Then he give one in host for free for any way for help Musa Tumbo go through in predicament. And he put on through a short winner, the former Leone Stars captain Abubakar Tostao. Now he put as somebody where they lead that in there. So people, what you get for say to that? Because we don't know again what in the Ministry of what they call they say. I wanted to light on that before I end up with international place.
Well, we still do wait because you know say the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, we don't say that they take over. So since then, like the news don't go ghost. But we hope for the better.
Hey, Triple me, and hope for the better. Because down in the one sort of two affect them. One sort of two affect their own side. Well, as you say, Cell Network Radio, then Rufus Corner, the other, we're going to listen. We're going to listen. In fact, that information they from the handball association, the handball thing they come up from me 2 colleagues them. When I Desmond Payne. Winner Desmond Payne and Hawa Dawda na 2. Hawa Dawda na inde do na in the town na the one of the most vibrant female reporter them, sports reporter, and then Desmond Payne the Holland. And then 2 people and they do so much for help Salon Sports. And then give me that report today. But for the roundup of football. Una know say within the next 3 weeks, the FIFA World Cup they start with 32 teams, and Qatar, one of the most expensive. The stadium them na super class stadium. The way non-stadium down and they are known how for describe this. They get the one stadium, the number 1, they get Al Bayat, they get Al Janud, Al Khalifa International, Al Rian, then they get Al Tumana, Education City, Lusail and Ras Abu Abud. Now the stadium and the 5 African team them will get all the 5 African team that will take part for the first time ever. Now only so African manager them they get. Not to international, the quick can get the manager. All Senegal they get Aliou Cissé will play for Senegal. And I've been fine player for Senegal. Algeria will get Jalel Kadri for Algeria. Ghana will get Atuado. Cameroon will have been former captain Uguruba Song, will have been stalwart defender. Then Morocco will get Walid Gago. So now them 5 man there, now then they lead the team them for go represent the 5 African team, they all nationals. Then now the team was so good with this time around. Now African team manager they go the African team. We wish you all the best within the next 1 or 2 programs. We're able for sort of categorize waiting our chances, waiting Africa's chances at the World Cup, and we hope them wish them all the best. With regards to Liverpool, I'm not going to say anything. We team they down because I know say Manchester is triple A and then Arun Rashidin, they on the parade, then go and jump for me now for begin talk, but no. Liverpool we did down. So nothing go bad. But we the only hope say they not go far with coach.
Don't Usai. They down, to Usai.
What you say?
Don't Usai Unadi.
We they still perform. Nothing more go bad. Na stadium man issue na bogui. But we dey try. We like we not qualify for go. But we go do something. We go me self the try for see. I go pull some people in a bond shabo for care. Then go do something. You know what I mean? So I so go end up today. People you be not talk to the Manchester. Not put more for Liverpool. Yeah, Memzo Bisafa and other sister on allow take her easy na so na the game. We'll come back.
Unabia.
Yes, the Kumbatara Lila Bia. Not to one game. Even Chelsea self they struggle to not to win no more. You know what I mean? So
you get for the guy till look inside.
But I'm brother, I want to suffer.
I get for the guy inside now.
But I'll tell you, I don't say I'm from Saloon. I'll tell you, South, I don't talk to South Sabuisel. Now good man. Now one team they struggle, but let me hope so they not sack cook. Well, they don't sack their own coach. But we don't coach, we don't write letter to the Liverpool man, and on the left we coach. And they walk, now things go bad no more. We take a nose dive, but we'll come back. So next week, all being well, we'll talk more about the Saloon. But we'll not go tired for tell them what people there say, football not only only sports. Let we put money, let them spread the thing where government get to other disciplines there. The other disciplines they do well, the football they do well at all. So I thank you for giving me the opportunity. And let God give Saloon all what we need. Let we get good leader, then let we focus their man with the commander, the man they can group that kind. Thing the way commander with Nagini come. No Saloon leader, they not go allow for good and send in Nagini. Period. Good night and let God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Daniel.
God bless you, sir.
Yes, sir. We go Kolleh here. But before we go, Mr. International. Say Saloon qualify for the finals tomorrow. Almond Sal Kamara, and they represent Saloon. Tomorrow Sunday na the final. We want to wish Almond all the best. No matter what the result be, winners still winners. For we make the final. Imagine that. We wish him all the best though. We will root for him tomorrow. Tomorrow if they stream and live, we go there now, we go ready for share. We're glad the other day. I think just after this broadcast, I see one other one just now then say for like and the pick and comment. So if we go support we on day. We go share and just now at the Facebook page, yeah? Let me check them out. Now I think that Thailand now no more be tweet at the other post. The last time I check, we get 4,000. The reaction 4,000. Thailand be get 4,900. All the other one they no be the near we safe. Imagine for country who no get better internet too. If we be in here now. At least Slay win something for come out today. If we not get self the Mr. International. When we want. But the other better we mude. Let us get us something for come out today. They wish them all the best. We will join AYV on Sunday tomorrow. You be listen. Oh, you missed the Kolleh. You be listen Mike Brewa or Mike Berewa with Slamrana. What I be your thoughts about that interview day? The hot seat. If you not listen, I will make an offer for. So they watch no more. No, so in job description, President Bio in Fly One, the Lunge Bridge. And it's how they laugh. Eh? I did tell you. But anyway, he said President Bio na party. Not to me talking, and the man talker. I just try for tell you what he say. He said President Bio na party. President Bio na call and say, like I help. The kind of communication strategies they would get at this government. And get so much. But how much they talk safe? So I let you say na the same one pot no more. What he say the economy, they on life support, but they get more room for add to the overextended wage bill. I wish Lamrana be asked how much they go pay, even though they no go tell we. Or sometimes go say no, they need pay an art in a helping help. Also, it kept the new direction. All we want for salon are the best. That little, the ability for work, job creation, provide for your family. You switch on the lights there. You open the pump, water they run. You able to pay your bills. You pay the tax, government get money. Eh? Simple, oh. I don't know more we want. When I don't take sell with soul and I then go. Hey, so man, I don't need to take buy and I then come together. And now wait, $5 million now don't go lend to for can put internet and school them. Eh? So something now they go make una ready for go salon now. Because some of us we there salon. And salon we elect today. Also, no left here. It's almost 4 hours. We'll go there back on Monday. Tomorrow we'll go January on Sunday. Whatever Summer Wise and Co ready for discuss. Who ready for join the conversation. We'll come back on Monday. I hope this PR until Dr. Yumkella don't say they don't for someone the ECSL boss. Maybe sometime we'll go hear from them. Because I'm tired for you for PR system. Till we meet again on Monday. I saw Kolleh go say tata.